If you'll please call the next item.
Our next item is a proclamation in recognition of the Milton Steelers, and this is being presented by Councilmember Matt Kunz.
All right. It's my honor and privilege to give this proclamation tonight on behalf of the Milton Steelers. You know, way back in 2011, one of my opening statements I made when I was running for council was, when a Milton youth football team beats up on a Roswell youth football team, it's a good day in Milton. And at that time, we had no football fields, and the only football programs were the high school feeder teams and the Alpharetta Youth Football Association, both of which were good programs in and of themselves. But I believed it was important for us as a city and as a community to establish our brand and where we competed around the city, just let Milton be known. So we laid the framework, we built football fields at Bell Memorial Park, and watched to see what would happen next. And around that time, now prior to this, Tim and Natalie Nestor had been doing flag football, but around that time they came to us with the idea of running their own tackle youth football program. They were small, maybe about 20 kids. I went to watch them practice at Milton High School, and having over 20 years experience with football myself, I wanted to see how and if they would grow. Yeah, Tim and his coaches taught the right fundamentals and technique the right way, but there was more. What I saw were kids who were enthusiastic about learning. I saw young men fall down and teammates pick them back up. I saw coaches who enjoyed the game just as much as the kids did, and who were not out there for themselves, but for the very spirit of teamwork. I saw the kids compete both with toughness and compassion, and they knew that by challenging each other, they would make each other better, and then only the team would benefit. The council unanimously approved the Milton Steelers program to be our football provider, and it was a tough first season. The kids learned some hard lessons, recognizing that they had to earn their stripes and get knocked around a little bit before they had a chance to compete. But they never gave up. The kids worked, practiced, believed, competed, lost, and lost some more. But then it clicked. Tim and Natalie Lester's belief in clear eyes, full heart, can't lose began to shine. Our Parks and Rec program came together. Van Cottis, a friend of mine and a member of the Parks and Rec Committee, worked tirelessly on a new contract. Now, he recently passed away a few weeks ago, but before he died, he told me that the new Milton Steelers contract was one of the proudest things he had done outside of his family. And that is because it allowed free tackle football in Milton. Now, that's unheard of, but we did it first here in Milton. The contract did not reduce any of the numbers of the other programs from what we've heard, but it actually added an additional, I think, 75 players to the Milton Steelers program. Now, these are Milton kids who are learning the valuable lessons of life through sports that before they never would have had that opportunity. Now, at the beginning of the season, it was my honor to do the first official coin toss for the Milton Steelers football game at Bell Memorial Park, and I knew then that things were going to be special, and they were. We are here tonight because the Milton Steelers program has won all kinds of honors, which I'll read in this proclamation. But not only that, they came one game away from representing our great city in Canton, Ohio, for the championship. Now, unfortunately, they lost before they got there. And that can always be a hard lesson for everybody, but the parents and the players and the coaches, regardless of the outcome, had a season to remember and one which made us all proud. And no matter what happens, when you players back there are 40 years old, you can all meet up and say, remember that game? We got robbed. And then you'll all laugh because you remember, win or lose, you did it together, right? Now tonight we have a college football national championship with two excellent teams. And I know we're all rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs except for Bert. But both those teams, so maybe you're an Auburn guy too, right? There you go. But both those teams began their seasons by executing the very principles that the young Milton Steelers did here today. And all of these players, if they remember the principles that they learned this season, will grow to become outstanding young men, not only in their families, but also their businesses and their communities. And maybe on some future football fields in the NFL. So again, it's my honor to read this proclamation as I have all the confidence in the world that next year, that championship belongs to Milton. So go Steelers. So this proclamation, whereas the Milton Steelers formed as an organization in 2011 and became an official program partner to the city of Milton in 2012, and whereas the Milton Steelers pioneered the usage of the Guardian cap, an extra layer of protection that reduces the impact of a collision by 30%. And whereas the Milton Steelers don't put a player's name on the back of the jersey, instead each player has a character word which they must learn, live, and teach to the other players. And whereas the Milton Steelers teach a motto of clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. And whereas the Milton Steelers program was named the GRPA Volunteer of the Year in both the District 7 level and the State of Georgia level, and whereas the Milton Steelers 12 and under tackle team captured the 2017 Youth Football Alliance State of Georgia Championship, and whereas these young men are champions not only on the field but also in the classroom, in the community, and in life. We are proud of the Milton Steelers and their 12 and under state champion team and their contributions to our community. Now, therefore, we, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Milton, hereby dictate and proclaim Monday, January 8th, as Milton Steelers Championship Appreciation Day in the City of Milton, Georgia, given under our hand and seal of the City of Milton, Georgia, on this 8th day of January, 2018. So if the players would come down here, we have proclamations to give you and photographs to take, and the coaches as well, parents, everybody, come on back. Go ahead and stand. Give the microphone stand. You were going to say. Can you hand these out? Coaches and players, okay? Once you're a coach, you're always a coach. You never lose it.
Let's see how the picture.
What did I say?
I've had it a little while.
You guys come back this way.
Back of the shirts. Awesome.
Tim?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't know about you guys.
So you're not rooting for Georgia, is it? I understand.
He's left 35 weeks.
And everybody can take pictures as soon as I'm done. You're more than welcome. I love Shannon. Council, take about a half step this way for me. Okay. All right, guys, we're all looking here. If you're on the front row and you have your proclamation, I want you to look at it, make sure your seal is on the bottom. Your seal on the bottom? Okay, I want your two hands holding it like this and hold it down past right here. Like right at your hip, right at your waist, right there. Perfect. Young man on the end, take just a half step back from me. Perfect. We're all looking right here. Thank you for your patience. Okay, going here. Going 1, 2, 3. We're going to do again. Hold on just a minute. Patience, patience. One more. Going 1, 2, 3. Smile. One again. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Okay, parents, if y'all want to take a quick picture, you certainly can. Everybody stay in place while parents. Anybody want to get up here, you can, but please be careful. Everybody, you get up? Everybody good? Yes. Awesome, and I will send a high res photo.
Good to see y'all. See you. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.